Here we have a new Pioneer model. This is a model DEH-X6700BT. I am going to give you a detailed overview, and I'm going to give you a hands-on display and interaction with this unit and show you what there is to see, what there is to be had with this unit, what it offers, and everything else that goes with it. So here it is out of the box, lit up on my bench as I always do. Included accessories I have laid out on the top of the unit. First one is the wireless remote control, which is the one that I've been using for years now. This one here is a model QXC1044 if you ever needed to know or wanted to get a replacement. That's what it looks like. Aside from that, you also have your removable keys and ISO mounting screws for the mounting purposes of the unit, as well as your CD VM1, which is the hands-free Bluetooth microphone, which is what Pioneer's been using for years and years. No need to change something if it's not broken, right? Of course, they give you the manual and warranty card. That's what you can expect to see, as well as the sleeve, and you have a mounted trim ring, which is on the unit itself. That's what comes in the box, and that's what there be. Now, the basic features of this unit, which is, upper middle of the road, in my opinion. It's basically just over the X6700 HD unit, which has the HD radio. This one here does not have the HD radio. Now again, its price point, I mean, these Pioneers units have been coming down in prices. It's crazy. I can't believe what these things are selling for. Every year they just get lower and lower, and it's just keep giving you more and more. So keep that in mind, that even though it's a 6700 and doesn't have the HD, the piece below it does not. The piece below it doesn't have Bluetooth, which is something that everybody wants and needs and absolutely must have in today's world. So look at it that way. What can I say? Now, the piece above it is the 8700BS, which is basically the same unit, higher voltage preamp outputs with that really cool looking full dot matrix LCD display with the 3 sets of preamp outputs. So that's going to be the step up piece to this one. But if you don't need that, you don't want the 5700, this is the 6700, and that's why I targeted this one, because I believe for the price and the features, this is going to be the big seller for Pioneer, at least for 2015, as far as I can tell. I could be wrong. But anyway, this one here features 2-volt preamp outputs, which is 2 pairs, so you can do front and rear or front and selectable subwoofer output. It is CEA rated, which I'm very happy to report. Pioneer is finally getting with the CEA ratings, and I'm really glad to see it because I like honesty in electronics. 14 watts RMS per channel is the CEA rating. Of course, the bogus 50x4, fictional, output, they've always said is what they say in a box, which is what people look at. But listen to me if you want to keep it real. 14 watts RMS, that's what this one really has. 5-band EQ. It does not feature the full 7-band EQ, and is not the really cool, EQ that's setting, you can adjust and see the graphic bars and all that kind of stuff. This one here is a little bit more set back, 5-band. I'm going to show you how it works, but it's still pretty good and comprehensive for the average user. So very cool in that respect. Bluetooth built in, iPod control, smartphone connectability with iPhone 5, 5S. As far as the 6 goes, I don't know yet. I don't know if too many people out there actually do. So if something happens and someone has the newer model and connects to it and knows something I don't know, please share with the world. Leave a comment below for the next guy so that way we can all benefit from your knowledge. USB input, MIXTRAX, which is an app you can get from Pioneer. You can utilize that. With this unit, color customization. It has 15 characters of text. It has the scrolling features, which is really nice. Plays CDs and MP3s. Slot load MP3 disc player right up on here. USB hidden away right here on the side. Very cool looking, actually. I like the way it's backlit. It's very nice. Pioneer is really good with the show. They always have been. Presets located right down here. Display button, track forward and rewind. Forward, backwards kind of deal. Your back button. Your zoom button, which is used for iPods and other features, call button, source, band, and your multi-jog, I think was what they call it, the multi-jog knob, and your basic standard eject button. Detachable face, gloss black trim, very nice. Also an analog 3.5mm jack in the front. That pretty much sums up what you can expect to see on this unit in the front in a nutshell. Let me show you what's going on in the back side really quick. Now here we are at the rear side of the unit. You got your analog antenna input. You have your standard 16-pin power speaker harness located right here. And over here you have your plug for your microphone, steering wheel interface if you're expanding on that and tying it in. Otherwise, don't worry about it. And here are your 2 preamp outputs. Like I said, they are 2 volts rated outputs. And you could do front and rear. So if you're doing a 4-channel amplifier, everything you need right here, good to go out of the box. If you're going to do a front, rear, and subwoofer output, system with either 2 amplifiers or 3, whatever your story is, you might want to step up to the next piece up in the lines, because you'll have dedicated front, rear, and subwoofer preamp outputs, because this one only offers you 2. But if you don't care about that, this is going to do the trick for you just fine. Okay, so as usual, Pioneer's demo mode, I'm so grateful for that, because it saves me a lot of work. And if, God forbid, if I miss something, I mean, at least you get that from the screen. So it's great. Between the two of us, guaranteed you won't miss a trick on this radio. So I'm going to turn off the demo mode. And it doesn't really matter which source I'm going to use, because I'm not going to actually play the radio, because you can't enjoy hearing it anyway. But I do want to show you the modes and what you can do with this unit. So if you push in this button right here, that's your menu button. So you got your functions. So you have best station memories. You could turn your local for FM and AM on or off. Seek, you could do manual or automatic. Best station's memory, and that's really all there is to that. Now I want to go back, which is what that little back button right there works for. I'm going to go into the audio. I'm going to show you what's going on there. You got your fader, which is nothing crazy, front and rear, nothing really exciting. This back button is a savior for people. I can see that. Just it's a great improvement. Every year they get a little bit smarter in the controls. Balance, left and right, nothing exciting. But EQ settings, this is important. These are the presets, and you can actually see the bars of how it's laid out for the frequency. So lowest to the highest, that's what the setting is going to do for you. These are the old standbys they've always had. And you have 2 customizable settings, and that's where I'm going to show you. So customizable 1, 80 Hertz, which is on the lowest end, nothing below that, by the way, folks. You can adjust that. 250, 800 Hertz, 2500 Hertz, I'm sorry, and 8000 Hertz. That's your 5 bands of EQ. That's it. So if you're looking for more than that, you're not going to find it. Like I said, it's a 5-band, very meat and potatoes EQ. Very, un-Pioneer-like as far as I'm concerned in that respect, at least for this price point, the 6700. For years prior, it was even better on this model or lower in the lineups. But, whatever, things change, right? Loudness, you have low, mid, and high. So you can accentuate any one of those frequencies. Your choice, of course. And of course, you got your subwoofer control. So you can adjust your low pass filter. Starts at the lowest point is 50 Hertz, and it goes up to 160 Hertz, which is more than high enough. And of course, you have your gain from there to there. Bass boost, which you can turn on or off, which is kind of like an enhanced loudness feature for lower volume, get more bass out of these speakers. High pass filter settings, so you can block bass from 50 Hertz, 63 Hertz, 80 Hertz, 100 or 125 down, all the way up to 100 to 200 Hertz. I'm sorry, 200 Hertz is the highest, which is, who needs 200 Hertz, right? But 80 Hertz and lower, that's pretty much the norm. And it's good that they have it. It's electronic as well, so very good. And you're back to where you started from. So there's your main menu, your audio settings. You got your illumination, which you can adjust the outer perimeter and the inner as well at the same time, and customize them, independently, one of or the other, or have them both be the same, or you can go through the scan like it's doing right now in front of you. If you just want to enjoy all the colors that this unit can provide, you can do that as well. Dimmer, brightness, phone color, you could also adjust for your callers. Illumination effects, you could turn the effects on or off. This thing will go crazy. It'll have like all these, things moving in and out, and like the beats like pumping in and out, and the bars going back and forth and all that stuff. Some people like it, some people hate it. If you're one of the people who like it, you can do it. If you don't, you can undo it. And that's pretty much, the meat and potatoes of it all. Of course, you have a clock. It's a single DIN, standard size, 7 1/4 by 2.5 by 11 inches. It's a standard deal. It's got a lot of features for the money. The Bluetooth works very well. It has an ASR mode, so it actually gets rid of a lot of the compressed, file music that you can experience sometimes playing it with your iPod or your Samsung, Galaxy, whatever phone you're running these days. So it's got something for you and something for everybody. I think really for the money, it's a really good piece, and I think that it's very worth looking into. So if you're looking for something in that $100 to $150 price point, give this one a look. This is the Pioneer DEH-X6700BT.